just starting this
Did
stream.
you know? Did you know, Cabbie? If we continue just at the rate we are now,
Yeah,
we'll be promoted in February.
it's scary to think, innit? That is just that
Let's
is.
just continue in the way we are now.
It's mad. Well, we're live now anyway. I've just got a thing on my thing I need to remove. I'll just remove that. There we go. So welcome to the Davey and Mackem Cabbie show. How you doing, Davey? All right?
Yeah, great stuff. Cracking weekend.
Oh, it was magic, wasn't it? Absolutely magic.
Yeah.
Got people in the chat already. Tony Huntington says, "Do you think we could pass the points total Peter Reid's side amassed?" Very possible, isn't it?
Aye. Well, we would do if we continue just at this rate.
Absolutely. The Pakaka Andrew, hello mate, who does his FIFA streaming, which is good if you want to pop and have a look. He says, Cabbie, he says, just listen to your radio phone call. I had a laugh with, because sometimes it's kind of to get Ando involved, and I like Ando.
Every time I ring up and get Rando involved, I always have a question for him.
Aye, you know what I mean? I think it's the right thing to do, you know.
Aye.
And I just thought, well, you heard what I said, didn't you? I thought it was quite funny. But you get a good laugh out of Ando, didn't you?
Aye, good lad, good lad.
I like his personality.
Smithy's good now. I like Martin on.
Aye, Martin Smith's good.
Aye, he's all for Sunderland, like.
Aye, certainly is. Thanks for the shout out, mate, says the Pakaka Andrew. No, you're alright. Right, Ken Walton says good evening to you both. Just let this continue. So, Davey, give us a bit of feedback, mate. What was it like at the stadium, mate?
Great. Atmosphere was as good as it's been most of the season. And we just started great, didn't we? I mean, nobody took a step back. The passing, every pass was a forward pass. Everybody was on the toes. It was just great to watch. It could have been any score there at half time, couldn't it? It could have been out.
It could have been. I mean, I know we played well against Burnley, but I can't remember the last time it was such a one-sided affair where it was all Sunderland from start.
We did play well against Burnley, but Burnley was still a threat, wasn't that?
They were still a threat.
Yeah.
But Oxford they just didn't do a thing. And what amazes me is the fact they've had some good results. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they've had some decent results. You know, they drew against West Brom, and I watched that match live, and they didn't play anything like that against West Brom.
They couldn't cope with the movement.
And I've been listening to a lot of the YouTubers, the Oxford fans and stuff, and they've said that's by far the best side we've played so far this season. That's what they've said.
I watch a lot of the EFL podcasts, you know, other teams. And they just got Sunderland away and gone, like.
That's mental, like, innit? It's too early to call that, like.
Well, you've got other fans got us away and gone, yet you've got a fan at home, Kieran Brady, who says, well, I'm going to cut Nell's chance of finishing in the top two.
I still can't get my head around that, David.
It leaves a sour taste in your mouth, doesn't it?
Well, it does. And it's not just us thinking that either, you know.
No.
And it's like, he's supposed to be like a Sunderland pundit or whatever. It's like, you know, I don't think we're going to be there by the end of the season. It's like, I don't know. That was just the strangest of strangest things to see. Alan Gardner says, good evening, lads and lasses. Billy GW says, evening all. Ken Walton says, thought Dan Neil was back to his best.
Brilliant.
David Joblin says, good evening, David. Good evening, Andrew and Moore, who says evening, chaps, as well. So they're coming in thick and fast. But yeah, it's just mad, isn't it? Because of the fact, usually, the old Sunderland used to be, would play well for 10 or 15 minutes, and then that would be it. It would be just scrap it off. We'll play well for the first half. The second half will just not turn up. You know what I mean? And it's just that intensity from Sunderland just didn't stop, did it? It just didn't stop, and it was mental.
It's got to be coming from the manager, innit? He just doesn't allow them to settle. He doesn't allow them to switch off.
No. And I said to the Championship podcasts on the chat, hello, the Championship podcast. Welcome along, indeedy. And I phoned when I was talking to Gary Bennett on the post-match show. And I says, Gary, I says, I must have counted nearly 70 passes in the second half. And I says, when did Sunderland often last do that? And he says, oh, well, we did do it a couple of times under Tony Mowbray, which he was right. But there was a few games, that season we made the playoffs.
Right.
The few games leading up to that, West Brom away, Preston away, Reading when we scored that world-beaten goal. We are capable of playing some lovely football. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, but there was just something different about that. Do you know what I mean? Because I did have me.
When we were playing with Tony Mowbray, we were great going forward and that, but we were still susceptible to the problems at the back, weren't we?
We were.
Teams could still hurt us.
Yes. That was a threat.
You cannot say that. The structure of the team is fantastic, man.
It's literally, for the first time in how many years, we've got a circuit board that's connected all over the pitch. Do you know what I mean? There isn't anything left out.
Look at Job, man. Stuart, look at Job. He's all over.
I know he
He
is.
just turned up all over, didn't he?
Is that corner? Is that corner? He's in defence. He's in the midfield. He's all over the place, isn't he?
Aye. And then he's banging headers in.
That was a lovely. Well, I mean.
Yeah. He was just like his brother with that header, wasn't he?
It was a quality. I tell you what, though, but what an equally good cross there by Hume.
Aye, he had a great game, Hume. That's the best game he's had this season.
It was just class. I mean, there's that many good points. I just don't know where to start, Davey. Seriously, I didn't know where to start. I'm going to catch up on some of the chat.
Yeah, get the chat on.
Bong says, evening, Cabbie and Davey. Says Robert stepped up against Oxford. Dan Neil was fantastic too. Dan Neil was. We'll get to Dan Neil in a minute. Alan Gardner, hello. He says, do you remember the game against Fleetwood in League One when Fleetwood didn't have a single shot? I remember that game. There was, like I say, there has been the odd times. The Championship podcast says, I think Regis has changed Sunderland altogether. He's not a manager to take any crap. The Pakataka Andrew says for QPR, he reckons we're going to win 3-1. SJ says a lot of fans are negative just simply because we're used to being kicked in the Gen titles. I really hope we can get automatic promotion. We just can't be complacent. Andrew Muir, hello Andrew. He says it's Regis, more press, take possession and attack every single time we don't have the ball. Right now, I don't crap my pants each time our defence needs to do their job. Flynn says, yo, what's up? How are you doing, Flynn? And the Championship podcast says, Wilson Isidore is impressing me mind every game. He loves to play for the club. And we've got another one coming up here. Andrew Muir says, he says, Job and Rigg playing in triangles with the defenders behind, then out wide to Roberts or Mundle. Job and Riggy are running the show right now, indeed. But we'll get back up to Dan Neil, and I'm so pleased for the lads because, you know, that criticism he took, Davey, when he gave the penalty away, and some of the fans were like, he needs to get rid of him. Now, isn't this the reason why we didn't get rid of him?
Aye, definitely. He's a very, very important player in that team. And if you ask all them other players in that team, he'll be the first name on the team sheet.
Aye. I mean, what a ball to lay off Wilson Isidore that was, wasn't it?
Yeah. Just look how many balls he put through the lines, though. To Joe and Riggy. Balls through the lines, cutting that defense, cutting that midfield out.
Oh, they couldn't cope.
Nah, he was tremendous.
So what did it feel like? Watching that lot at the stadium and like the fans around you, Davey, when there was pass. I mean, like I say, a second half, we must have had 70, if not 100 passes. It was just non-stop.
Aye, it was tremendous. I mean, I know they had 2 shots on target, but I cannot remember any type of shot on target.
Aye, the 2 shots, mind you, they were more like a glorified pass back.
Aye.
That's what they were.
I mean, the most dangerous shot on target was Meckem's when he passed it back.
Yeah, it was. El Bong says triangles, definitely. Mikey K, hello Mikey, says, I'd say Sunderland would struggle badly in the Prem. It's, you just never know. But I mean, look, how many teams have gone up that have walked the Championship and have gone into the Premier League and they just get pile drive? I mean, look at Ipswich. They were out a win this season. Sheffield United, when they went up, Burnley, it's a cruel, horrible, harsh league which everybody cannot wait to get to for some reason.
No, of course you cannot.
But
it's pointless being in the Championship if you didn't want to go up.
Of course it is. I might as well just not have any promotion.
Right,
but, all you got to do is just try your best.
Right.
Dougie Stewart says hi, Cabbie and Davey. John Nesbitt says evening, lads. These messages are coming in thick and fast, but you guys are important. We aren't important. It's you guys on the chat that's important. We don't want to miss any of you out if we can help it. SJ says, what a great technique by Isidore to get that volley spot on when the ball came from behind him was superb. Hopefully we have a set fee to buy him. And I was talking to Gary Bennett, Davey, and apparently Bennett says he arrived at Sunderland, he wasn't supposed to be a striker.
No, I know. He is a striker.
Well, how happy does Isidore look at the club though?
Right. Yeah, I wonder what he's on.
Speed, I think.
Just didn't know, do you?
God, I don't know. I just liked it at full time when he was doing the rendition with Wise Men Say, and he was joining in and that, He's loving it, like. He's absolutely loving it, and it's just great, and it. But yeah, he took that goal well,
Yeah.
And do you know?
I mean, do you know the state of his contract?
I do. We've got an option to buy.
Right. No, we've got a compulsive to buy if we get promoted. We've got to buy him.
Really?
All right. We've got to buy him if we get promoted.
That's if if we get promoted.
They've already agreed the fee, so it's not as if he's going to score 30 goals and he's failed gone up.
It's got all kinds of complications when you gone up. Positive and negatives. The positives, obviously, you're up there, and you've got a better chance of tracking players, but also you've got more of a chance of losing some of your good players as well. But that is football. That's the business. Dave, these messages are coming in mental.
I'm a bit worried about January now. Because I'd hate to lose anybody in January and it's covered our chances.
Regis Labrie to Man United, eh? Tony Huntington said, our biggest secret is the triangles. They are fluid. Move right to left or down the middle. Championship Podcast has said the only thing about Dan Neil for me is the fouling, but other than that, he's a fantastic player. Gets his head down. Apparently, he has some advice for Hendo. We'll get to Hendo soon. David Knight says, evening, Cabbie and Davey. Great results for the weekend for the Black Cats and the Hammers. Oh, are you a Hammers fan? Yeah, I mean, I do have a chuckle when Man U lose. I do. And they got a late goal as well.
Controversial now.
John Nesbitt says, lads, I've listened to Oxford's YouTubers today and they all said SAFC were awesome. Magnificent performance, and even their manager was in awe of us. Very nice to hear. John Smiles says, please inform Dave that Jude played just like his brother. Topsy T, hello. Evening, lads. He says, what a week that was. I think if we go up, we'll be fine. He says, but we've got to remember the core of this team is still young and we're only starting out in League One, which they were. And it just goes to show you how well Regis Labrie's brought these players on, isn't it?
Yeah.
And do you know what impressed me? Even we were 2-0 up and we're comfortable. Regis Labrie, he's up that touchline, he's got his game face on, he's not letting the team relax.
No.
He's there and he's having conversations with his sidekick, he's his number 2. And it's as if we were 1-0 down. We're 2-0 up, but the intensity from Regis will be on the touchline is what we're after.
Yeah, that's the way to be, man.
We haven't won until it's full time, sort of thing,
Yeah.
It's great to see. Andrew Moore, isn't Zenit still paying Wilson's wages while he's on loan? I don't know about that. Do you?
I think we might be paying a percentage of them.
Paying a percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dougie, you would definitely buy him now. Absolutely. Championship podcast. I think for me, if we go to the Prem, we need to buy some decent quality players. And yeah, there's plenty out there. I mean, who knows? I mean, we might even be able to keep the likes of Meffin if it just opens a whole can of worms if it did happen. Bong says, Davey, what position does Isidore usually play like? Because we were saying he wasn't a striker when he arrived at Sunderland.
Well, he's played games up front and he's played games on the left and right wing. But he's performing up front, isn't he? So you keep him there.
How many goals has he got so far now? Is it 4?
4.
4 goals. Winger Bong, yeah. Ken Walton, yeah, and Hope Marco is okay. I lived through the best of his goal scoring career at Sunderland. I think we all did, yeah. I've not heard much from Marco.
Yeah, he's doing well.
He's doing well. That's the main thing.
Yeah. I've been speaking to Simon. He's doing well.
That's good. David Knight says getting promoted will bring in more income and sponsorships, therefore more money to buy great players. And I suppose that's a good point. I mean, yes, you've got higher chance obviously getting beat every week and this and the other, but for marketing wise and to help your club grow, it's no better place to be in the Premier League, is there?
No. Of course it's the place to be.
And Dougie Stewart says Marco is supposed to be doing well, was on at the end of Total Sport. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Mystics are sorting the kids out. Says the Champion podcast, they are playing for their wages. Bong says Isidore has the pace like for a winger. He certainly does. He's quick. Dougie Stewart says not Marco being on, just mentioned he was doing well. Yeah, I presume that, yeah. What is your score for prediction of the next game? We'll come on to that later on. Pack at the end of the show nearly. John Nesbitt says he was brought in as a winger and our coach has changed him into a striker.
He plays like a striker, doesn't he?
Oh, he does, aye. Who would you say was your man of the match against Oxford then? It's a difficult one, isn't it?
Aye, very difficult, mate. But I think the one who just tipped the scales, I would say Bellingham. He was absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
From first minute to the 90th minute, he was awesome.
Yeah. Just 2 seconds, Davey. Hold on, mate. Hold on.
Yeah.
What, darling? Let me do it. I'm busy on here. I thought you got. Yeah, Mummy, going to do it. But yeah, I mean Bellingham. I mean that would have been a corker if that goal had went in, wasn't it? When he turned and it just topped hit the top of the stanchion like.
Yeah.
There seemed to be more than 40,000 at the stadium like there as well, because the upper concourse seemed full.
Aye, it was 41, wasn't it?
Aye, not many people left early either. I noticed.
No, that was good to see.
It was good to see, and so they should and all. If the team's putting in an effort like that, then at least applaud the lads off. It's the least you can do in it. And Mackem Muller, hello, how you doing? He says, thought Neil was solid on Saturday. What impressed you about Neil? Did you say again, Davey? Was it his balls through? Was it he's just...
I just putting balls through the lines. Every ball was a forward pass. It was just forward pass all the time.
Is he playing in a different position? Because he was playing... You know when you used to say he's playing in an awful position where nobody knows you're there?
Same position.
Well, it shows how good he's doing.
If you watch the highlights, Stuart, look how many times he drops back in and gets the ball off one Nile and met him. Dozens and dozens of times, just getting it and moving with it.
You know, it's good. What you
there's a thing on SAF Sunderland AFC tonight. It's 3.5 minutes of all Dan Neil's touches on Saturday.
Really?
Aye, it's great to watch. Just watch him. How many times he goes and gets the ball off the centre halves.
That's class. Yeah. I mean, it's difficult to spot that, isn't it, when you're watching it live?
Aye. That's why I always like to watch the match back over 2 or 3 times. I've watched it 2 or 3 times over the weekend, man.
Aye.
Oh, let's see some crackers, man.
Got Pastor Alex is back.
Hello, Pastor.
He says, hello. He says, I got a new phone today with a good contract. He says, I am so happy. So there we go.
Very good. You look after your phone, son.
Oh, Pastor. He's not bothered about me. He just keeps on asking how's Davey all the time. So there we go. Topsy T says, Dan Neil for me, man of the match. Thought the lad raised his game for Oxford. Andrew Moore says, yeah, Wilson was supposed to replace Jack Clark, but Mundle doing the job so well. Wilson got me in the spot. I thought Mundle was a little bit off against Oxford. He wasn't bad.
It's the quietest game he's had, but he's obviously just one of them that's been affected of the 3 games. I mean, he was tremendous in the other 2 games.
Oh, you can't pull him down, not at all. Look, he wasn't terrible. He was just like...
The spark wasn't there, was it?
No, the spark wasn't there. But, I mean, he's allowed a bit of leeway, isn't he, surely?
Because I think we were more playing balls down the right for Roberts, so we're just giving Roberts the ball as often as we could, because he was on fire.
It was a game that sort of suited the right-hand side more than the Mundle side, didn't you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, absolutely. Bong says, I reckon it was one of Job's best games for SAFC. Yeah, and we keep saying that every single week, don't we? We keep saying, oh, that was Job's best game. I mean, how better is he going to get?
Yeah.
Ken Walton says, has Rig passed his driving test yet? I have no idea. John Nesbitt says, I witnessed at the match on Saturday a marvellous display by the team. The fans' faces says it all. And Dan Neil, the perfect performance, magnificent game. Pastor Alex, VPA, says, Davey should come to Uganda. My village people will welcome you with open arms. We can arrange accommodation.
Oh, very good.
You got like a grass hut there or something like, Pastor?
No, a big hut.
Aye.
On the campfire.
I don't think Davey will get if his need TV there, mind.
No. You have to have your fire stick working, Pastor.
You what, aye? Oh, dear. Mundle has been doubled up on the defenders.
Yeah.
Will Davey love a straw bed? Pastor Alex. Like you say, he doesn't ask about me. Just yeah.
No, he's got a thing for me, isn't he?
He has, aye. Oh, Pastor. But yeah, there's that many things with Saturday and all that, and entertaining with the sprinklers popping up, isn't it?
Oh, God, aye. God. Unbelievable, isn't it?
I mean, what's happened there? I mean, look, we're laughing at that, right? But I mean,
somebody's just pressed the button by mistake, hasn't
they? And then the speakers made a funny noise. Apparently, the sound system. What was that about?
They did.
I had my earphones on, and even it deafened me. It was just like a. It was like that must have been loud in the stadium, was it?
The bomb going off.
Aye.
Nice.
I don't know what the hell that was. Darren Robinson, hello. We were fantastic. We're 41 people in the chat room. Fantastic.
Good.
John Nesbitt says, Davey, you have to buy your own spear and shield, apparently, if you go to Uganda.
I know. Keep my eyes peeled, won't I?
Yeah, you will, and I'll mind. Bong says, felt sorry for Mundle. He was man-marked by 2 or 3 Oxford defenders. He sometimes went over to the right with Roberts. Pastor says, don't worry, our police is very good if you have the dollars. That is, he says, if not, good luck. A lot of bribery over there, mind, isn't there? I'll have to do some dancing before bed, says SJ. Right then, did you read the headlines today along the lines of Henderson given the green light to come to Sunderland.
Green light of who?
Well, apparently Ajax, and even Dan Neil's agreed to it. Apparently, he's and it's been gone mental on my YouTube page. Like, it will not lie down. This Henderson carry on.
But we've never heard one thing from the club, have we?
No, I know. How's that Jacob just popping in? How are Jacob, lad?
Hello, Cabbie.
Oh, Jacob.
Hi, Davey.
How's the reserves getting on?
Let me check. We were playing tonight then.
They're not playing, man.
Enjoy that game, Jacob.
Oh, aye, against Oxford, definitely. They didn't offer much, did they? Oxford. They weren't really threatening.
Oh, that was that was to say the least.
But did you see what happened with sprinklers, Cabbie?
We were just talking about that, weren't we? And caught one of our lads just on the back of the ankle and all. That must have been within.
I said someone's getting sacked, isn't there?
It must have been the first 50 seconds of the game or something.
That was
it was.
Only time. It was the only time they were on the attack.
Aye, it was. Oh, crikey. And Pastor Alex says, SJ says we have morning dance and prayer every day. It's fantastic. That's Pastor Alex. Peter Lesbreel says, good evening, guys. Good evening, Peter. All right. He says, hope we can keep up the good work and stay top till the end of the season. Peter from Guernsey. Now, that would be a thing, wouldn't it?
Aye, why not?
Before this season started, if somebody says to you, we're going to be 5 points clear at the top of the league, you'd say, who are you kidding? Who are you kidding? Wouldn't you? You think we're talking a lot of crap.
You think they've been
You what, Jacob?
You'd think they've been sniffing glue, wouldn't you, if they said that to you?
Sniffing the nana's knickers or something, one of the two. Oh, man. Mackem,
Yeah, I was reading on Friday night, I says, I wouldn't be surprised if Pat was not playing.
You were right.
They kept it quiet, mind you, didn't they? They didn't let it leak out.
Well, he was limping around at Oxford. At Luton Town, wasn't he?
But they knew on Friday morning he was out.
But Moore, what he did have to do, he wasn't too bad, was he?
No.
Big him, mate. He's a big lad, isn't he?
Aye. Experienced goalkeeper, you know. He's played a lot of games.
Aye. Mackem Muller says FCSC got a good review by Jack Ward Football podcast on YouTube with some great observations of our style of play. And this is the thing. Sunderland's starting to get noticed now. I mean, not that they weren't noticed before, but this is what happens when you're top of the tree. And there's a lot of neutrals would like to see Sunderland back because Leeds have been there, Sheffield United have been there, Burnley have been there, Sunderland have not been there for a long time. And there's a lot of other YouTubers and stuff starting to talk about us now. Saying, like, you know, it's at what point of the season do you get Sunderland? Do you get serious about Sunderland? At the fact, wait a minute, this isn't just a bit of luck they're going through. These guys mean business. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, by the bookies, it's a 2-horse race now.
You see, Leeds, I watched them against Bristol, and I was surprised. Like, they were pretty poor against Bristol City.
Yeah.
I think that one of the next most dangerous teams in that league, Sheffield United.
Yeah.
They look a good outfit.
They've got a good home record, like, and they've had a few blips away, like.
Andrew Moore, Jack Ward's analysis of the players, great. Pastor Alex VPS says, hello Jacob, how are you today? Can we pray for you later, or are you busy?
I can pray for me, Pastor. Thank you. Evening.
Well, there we go. Topsy T, hasn't Ajax said that Hendo can go and offered to terminate his contract? I'd have him in the squad in a heartbeat. Be excellent addition for experience in getting the young ones over the line. Yeah. What do you think about that, Jacob? I mean, like, reports are saying that Ajax has given the green light to Hendo if he wants to go back to his boyhood club, Sunderland. What do you think of that?
Astonished. If he comes back, then maybe January. We might be meaning business in January because people. I think I heard also someone say it might be a silly rumor, but I swear I heard something like, try and go for Diallo maybe in January because he's not done much now at Man United, has he?
He's not getting his game, but that could change with a new manager, couldn't it?
Yeah, but I think we should.
Ten Hag's never fancied him, has he?
No, but if we go up, Davey, I think Diallo's one of the players we should go after in August transfer. Go after Diallo when we go to Prem.
Did Diallo miss a sitter or something against West Ham? I kept hearing little flash reports on Talk Sport today that he missed an absolute sitter and he played awful and they were slating him in periods of it, like.
Well, he was on the bench. He must have come on.
Aye. Well, like I say, it's not just Diallo, is it? It's the whole team that's not performing. It's as simple as that. Like, it's a different manager comes in and be back to his usual self.
See, I wouldn't have that Man United job if I was given it.
Oh, no. Well, the trouble is, you see, the bar was raised that high by Fergie. They're all trying to match it.
Success as that.
Nowhere near. I don't think they ever will be either for a long time.
Even Mourinho couldn't keep it on the straight and narrow, could he?
Yeah, he couldn't. Pastor Alex says, "Oh my goodness, my son's having a nightmare. I must leave and pray with him. I'm sorry, I've got to go." He says, "Bye-bye, guys." Oh, it's all happening in the Pastor Alex neighbourhood, isn't it, tonight?
Nightmare, the neighbours must be restless, eh?
Aye, must be, aye. John Smiles, hello, John Smiles. He says, there'll be loads of bands being christened Regis. You know. So what do you reckon? Wilson, aye. Oh, Wilson. Oh, so this Henderson isn't going to go away. Then what do you reckon of this, Davey? Then do you think we should just say, to hell with it? It's never going to happen. But
just let it take its course.
Would you complain if he came back?
Till I hear from the club or hear from Henderson's mouth, just let it go. Just let it say it sell out.
Would you be happy if he came, like?
Oh, definitely. Of course you would.
Aye. Mental in it. Last game.
He'd be tremendous in the Championship.
Oh, wouldn't he just? Last game of the season, says SJ. If we're still in the top two, then I believe we could get promoted.
Sounds like Kieran Brady.
You know that. Pack Andrew says, I loved your singing over the weekend. It was class. It was quite funny. God, these messages are coming through. Kind of keep up. John Nesbitt says, I said to lads around me at the Leeds match that they will struggle to achieve that level again against us. And I think I am being proved right. Well, it's all about consistency, innit? If you want top two, you know, the Championship's getting a harder and harder league to get out of every year, innit? Every season. So the standards, the bar's getting raised higher every single year, every season against. So there's not much room for error if you want top two, is there?
No. Leeds is funny, like, I think they're missing them players they had last season, like. They haven't replaced them. They haven't replaced them players with better players.
No, I know. But like I said, I was surprised that result against Bristol City. Jacob, I forgot to say, who was your man of the match against Oxford? Anybody stood out?
Wilson. But
Wilson.
Yeah, because of his goal. But of course, Job's been doing well, hasn't he? I know because he got to there towards the end of last season, but he was still good last season. But now he's just, he's doing well in all his job.
Because I mean, we'll just have a little recap because you weren't here, Jacob. Davey was saying like Job, he's just all out of the park. What did you say, Davey? He's in the defence. He's midfield. Every time he's all out.
He just seems to be stronger than everybody else, doesn't he?
I know. It does. Tony Huntington says it seems strange that Ajax are more than willing to let Hendo go. But like I say, if a player wants away, there's nothing you can do, is there? Really? Topsy T, Diallo's out of contract next summer and reckon we should go for him on cheap at Christmas. Would be a blinding coup if they got him in for the cheap. It's a strange one, that. I mean, it depends what manager comes in for Man United. It could be a god, he could turn things massively around. Diallo could get a start. It just depends on how things pan out at Man U, doesn't it? What goes on.
Yeah.
It was Dalot that. Right, it was Dalot, not Diallo, that missed a sitter. Right, it sounded like it was. What happened, like? Because they've just kept going on about it on the radio. Was it bad, like?
Open goal. Completely open goal. Put it over the top.
God. Darryl Robinson says, no team frightens me. And I'm beginning to believe that as well. I don't know what you guys think, but it's getting to the stage now where, well, who have we got to be afraid of?
Yeah. I think our hardest game is Sheffield United away. That'll be tough.
Leeds away and all, Davey, when we play Leeds away.
I wouldn't be this frightened of Leeds, like. Sheffield United away will be tough, like.
Even Burnley, I don't think I'd be that worried.
No.
And I was worried about Luton away. Look what we did.
Right.
Righty. SJ says they probably think he's finished at that level about Ajax and stuff.
Yeah.
Mackem Muller says, we were complaining that we missed Corey Evans' experience last season and Henderson is only a month older. There we go. Dougie Stewart says, think March if we are still top, then we can get thingy. Oh, wait, we've got Colin Major giving us a ring here.
Hello, Colin.
All right, Colin.
All right.
How are you doing? You all right?
Aye, it was Davey. Davey, you all right?
Aye, you saying it's Davey, all right?
Colin. Nice to hear you from you, son.
He says, nice to hear you from you. Oh, how are you doing? You all right, Colin?
I'm all right. Waiting for a hospital operation.
You waiting for a hospital operation?
Aye.
Oh, right. Everything all right, obviously?
Aye, I think I was telling you about me hips.
Your hips?
He's got bad legs, Cabbie.
All right, aye.
Got arthritis in the hips, so I'm waiting for an operation to get them sorted, you know.
Oh well, so, I'm sure everything will go all right for you, Colin lad, and like I say, you'll have to keep us updated. You're more than welcome to come on the show and join us, you know.
Well, look here to play for Sunderland anymore.
Aye, you're more than welcome to join us on here as much as you want. I'm sure Davey will not bite.
Well, no problem, Paul.
He says,
should have seen him with the spider. Should have seen the video I seen of him with the spider. Brilliant.
What was that, Davey? What was that?
Oh, famous video on YouTube with the spiders. Getting attacked by spiders, mate, now alas.
I've not even seen that. That's worth a watch.
Oh, you'll have to see it.
It's all right. Tell Davey it's all right. I'll probably say the same.
He's listening to you right now, Colin. Did he run a million miles like Colin? Did he?
Well, Jeanette, she ran first, and she was saying, "Get the fucker off, get the fucker off," and then he really went, "Have you seen the fucking size of it?"
Oh my God's sake! Did it? Was it wearing combat boots? This spider, was it?
Oh, no, it was massive.
No, it was wearing Newcastle shirt.
Well, it was wearing a Newcastle shirt. Well, I hope you didn't kill it. I'll have to watch that. What channel has Davey got his own YouTube channel? Like, is he?
Right, it's on YouTube. I think.
It's on his Facebook channel.
He's on his Facebook. I'll have to have a look at that. Like,
right.
Aye. Hey, Colin, while you're on, what did you think the Oxford game made?
I thought it was very good, you know. I think they're going to do well this season. I don't see them getting promoted, you know. No problems at all.
Oh, I know. It's just starting to. It's the believing now, isn't it? It's the hope that kills you.
That's it. You know. Anyway, I'm a bit shy, you know. I'm a bit on the shy side on the phones, like, because I'm not very good. So I'm going to hang up and tell Davey you've got us on in the end.
No bother, but hey, you're welcome to join us on the channel, and he shouldn't he, Davey? Shouldn't he?
Yes, every week, Colin, you've got to come on.
Every week you've got to come on next to us, man.
All right, am I phoning from the hospital bed?
Aye, no bother, man. Put your camera on and I'll see all them sexy nurses around you, eh?
Sexy. Have you seen the state of some of them nurses?
I've heard there's a few spiders around your bed and all, so be careful. Hey, Colin, all the best to you, mate.
Alright, see you later.
Ta-ra. Well, I wasn't expecting that from Colin, like.
No, he's a lovely lad, Cabbie.
Oh, there we go. Davey and the spiders. That's brilliant. Oh, Colin. How do you know Colin like Davey?
He's old lass's cousin.
Oh, that's right. I remember you saying aye. Oh, dear me. Right, I'm going to catch up on the messages. How many messages are coming through? It's crackers.
Oh, nice.
It seems that you're going to frighten me. Catching up. Ken Walton says, you lot make my Monday night, cheers. Thanks a lot, Ken, mate. Dougie Stewart says, Neil's best game this season on Saturday. Yeah, and I think a lot of people have said that. And I'm pleased for him.
Mm-hmm.
Man of the match for me was Dan Neil, was magnificent, says John Nesbitt, and that's another one. Hello, D Hall, how are you doing? He says, what for all he says, I chose Jordan as captain and he's our leader. I don't think I have to explain how important he is in our team. So there we go. But as Davey says, he says, until you hear from the club or from Henderson, he says he's just going to wave it on. Telly says, will Ballard get back in the side when he's fit? Do you think he'll struggle?
Well, he'll not get back in at the minute, but he will get back in when there's suspensions and injuries, won't he?
Aye. Dougie Stewart says, going back to Marco, got a great photo from the Isle of Man. Marco, Dennis Smith and Bracewell. The good old days, man, Dougie. The good old days. How old were you, Jacob, where the Dennis Smith was manager?
Oh, I wasn't born then. It was the late 80s.
He wouldn't be born, man.
No, I was born in 2004.
What are you getting now?
What was the Dennis Smith era? Was it 88?
87, 88? 87, 88, around then.
Yeah.
We absolutely killed the third division with him, though, didn't we?
Yeah.
A lot of people will say that was one of the best seasons, that old Division 3.
We couldn't do it when we under Donald and Methane, but it's.
Didn't our first game back in Division 3? Didn't we beat Brentford 1-0 away?
No, it was Charlton at home. We beat Charlton at home in that season back in League.
I'm not on about that one. I'm on about the 87 one. Aye.
All right.
I'll have to have a look. I'll get the almanac out.
I know we beat. I think I remember, but I've heard that we beat Southend 7-0.
We did.
Something like that.
We had a couple of 7s or 3 7-0s, didn't we? 7-1s.
Yeah.
One away from home, one at home. Gordon Loughton says, think of the good business it was with Ross Stewart and Clark, who has been. Clark. Penny for Jack Clark's thoughts at the minute, eh?
Yeah, can he get in the team? Can he?
Crikey.
I bet his agents regretting Clark leaving, because his agents are right, big head, isn't he?
He's a pain, isn't he?
I'm not going to say what he is on live because I don't want to get demonetized.
Yeah, he's a bit of a like.
Get rid of agents. Get rid of them. Get rid of agents because
Yeah, well done for not swearing, Jacob. Colin got a couple of naughty swear words there. I'll have to tell him off.
Did he?
He did. Where am I going? SJ says, get Colin on properly with you too. He says it'd be class.
Aye.
Really. So, I mean, he's dipped his toe in the cold water there, hasn't he, by ringing?
You're not able to keep him off now.
Does he already have Discord? Does he already have the Discord app?
I don't know. I'll find out. I'll get a lass to give him a ring.
Aye, that's right. Aye. I'll message. I've got a message back from Gordon Armstrong. He is definitely coming on. He's told me to message him what day he'd like us to come on this week. So I will just be waiting to hear back from him.
All right.
So he's down to earth, Gordon. Like,
aye.
So it'd be good to get him on, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So I'll keep you posted on that. It could be this week, it could be next week. I'll just have to see what he comes back with. Tony Huntington says, if by some shock we got Ahmad in Jan, who would you drop to put him in? And this is what a lot of people have also been saying. You know, people saying they would bring players in January. Who do we replace them with? Who do we swap them around? Because if we're doing that good, do you know what I mean?
Is Neoman having a good bench?
This is the hell.
No, that's how you get promoted. The strength of your squad.
The Packer Andrew says that was class. John Nesbitt says, Davey, a proper dark horse, living life to the full, alas Spider-Man. Oh my God's sake. Colin in his hospital bed makes me think of O.O. Matron. Oh dear me. Billy GW, hello Billy. He says, seeing how the Mags are playing, wouldn't a third round draw against them be great at St. Jimmy's?
No.
No. Davey says no to that one.
No. Don't let them spoil the party.
You know, look.
We'll see them next season when we've got a full squad, Gannon.
We are playing class at the minute, like, but I mean, you can't argue like their squad's still miles ahead of us.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? But that's their business, you know. But they are the leaps and lords ahead of us still. But you know, we're reeling them in. Them in. John Nesbitt, what a problem for this coach to pick the team. Easy at the moment, the team picks itself. But how on earth do you keep all these lads happy? Takes a very, very good manager to do that, or a coach. But so far, he says Regis Labrie seems to be doing it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He seems to think he's managing his subs all right, Regis. What time in the match did he bring our subs on again against Oxford? It was quite late on, wasn't it?
Yeah, late on. I think he's I mean, I would like to have seen that Alexic on Saturday, like.
Yeah, good. Well done for bringing that up. It's like, why isn't he getting a game?
No, I don't know. He doesn't seem like he trusts him yet, does he? But I would have put him on for the last 10 minutes just so we can see him.
I would have brought that up on bloody Total Sport, didn't I wish I had done now. It's like, we're 2-0 up, the game's done and dusted. Bring him on for 10 minutes. What harm would that be?
Just to see him. He might just get, set the place alight. There would have been no pressure on him.
Unless he can't have a slight knock because he wouldn't be on the bench, would he?
No, he's not any knocks.
Well,
he must be due for some minutes, mustn't he?
He's got to be. I mean, we heard how good potentially he is. I still think Rusin or Sheesh will be gone in January.
Yeah. Rusin's right down the pecking order and he doesn't get a sniff now, does he?
No. Clark's agent will have lined his pockets anyway. Well, yeah, of course he would have done. Says D. Hall. Mackem Muller says, in my opinion, although Clark was class, he used to slow the play down at times. Well, this is what Davey, and I think Jacobs mentioned it as well a couple of times. The difference is with Mundell is the fact he's got pace and he's a strong physical player. He gets past his men, doesn't he, Mundell? Yeah. And that was Clark's fault. It was the fact he didn't have as much pace, and if he couldn't cut inside, he was either losing the ball But Mundell takes it and them some. He keeps on going. But that is a definite.
He's on both ways, Mundell.
I know. Sean Russell, hello, mate. He says, so, Cabbie, is Henderson actually coming, or is it just in the Jungle Drums again and the Rumour Mill?
Jungle Drums.
Well, I mean, Jungle Drums, Rumour Mill, every day goes past, there's nothing about Henderson, and then you get these reports. I wouldn't be surprised to see him back at the stadium, like, put it this way. I wouldn't be shocked if he was. I hope he does.
Yeah.
Paka Andrew says, where did we get that manager from? Are you talking Regis? Yeah, what club did Regis come from?
Lorient won it.
Yeah, Lorient.
Lorient. Yes, darling. Cold. On a blanket? Right, just talk amongst yourselves, lads. Back in 2 secs.
Yeah.
Nah. Oxford, they rarely had any shots, did they, Davey? On Saturday.
I don't think it'd matter who we played on Saturday. I think we would have buried anybody.
No. You know, because them lot up the road, the last time they were in the Championship, when we went down with David Moyes, they won the league title, they won the Championship title, so we could maybe do the same as them. Because they dominated, they dominated the Championship. Why can't we?
Aye, they did.
Darren Robinson says, sorry, Jacob, carry on, mate.
I was saying, hopefully we could do the same as what Newcastle did the last time they were in the Championship, win the league and dominate it.
Yeah, well, so
as much
far.
as I don't like them lot up the road, you know. I mean, they lost, didn't they, to Chelsea on Sunday?
I watched it. They seem to get a lot of decisions. Newcastle go their way. They're very, very fluky with VAR.
Mm.
You know, they seems to go their way in that, like, but they did have the chances, but Chelsea just bossed it, I would have thought. Darren Robinson says, the best boss we've had in years. Do you agree, Regis Labrie?
Yes, definitely.
Colin Major said, sorry for the F words.
Oh, you're all right, Colin.
I think it was Davey Spiders that did it. Got him a bit excited there. Dougie Stewart says, am I wrong that Ian Hart is agent for Dan Neil as well? Apparently he is, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is Ian Hart, is he a local lad then, Ian Hart? His name keeps getting popping up.
He played for Leeds for years, didn't he?
SJ says, there was a point where Oxford tried to bring subs on. That's right. Good point. I remember this. But they had to wait nearly 10 minutes for the ball to go out of play. They had to wait that long. They ended up bringing 3 on instead of 2. Yeah, that was funny. That there was Gary Bennett was laughing his head off. He says, like, they still can't get these players on. They just kept passing around and passing around. John Nesbitt says he was out of work. The coach. Right then, so we'll have a brief thing. We've got 6 minutes left. This has gone quick tonight. Ian Hart's Irish, says Billy GW. Andrew Moore says Hart is Irish. He was out of work, the coach, says John. Topsy T says Ian Hart played for us as well before he retired. Tony Huntington says if we keep playing as we are, could see 100 points total. Well, yeah, if we do keep it thingy. So, 6 minutes to go. We're going to the QPR game. What should we expect from that then?
Well, it'll be a tough game, but I expect us to win. The only worry I've got with QPR is that Ilias Chair, he always plays well against us.
Good player.
Aye, always turns it on against us.
What about you?
Keep him quiet. I don't think they've got much else.
What about you, Jacob?
Yeah, more or less the same as Davey says. No game's easy, is it? But
no.
We should be beating QPR, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think a 3-0. I'm going for 3-0. 3-0 win.
Yeah, be nice that. Get Alexic some game time, eh?
Yeah, I think he needs it.
Yeah.
Alexic some game time. It's another smallish ground. It's another sort of Luton Towny type of ground, isn't it? QPR.
We've got a good record there lately, though, haven't we?
We have. Last time I think we played, didn't we beat them in the cup on penalties?
Oh, we've played them a couple of times since then. I think we've got a couple of 3 now. This is the last time we played them down there.
Because we were...
Colbeck got sent off 1 year, didn't he?
Aye.
Yeah, last season.
Aye.
Because QPR were in the Championship, we were in League One when we beat them in the Cup.
Aye. That was right.
Penalties, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then Arsenal...
They've lost a lot of players. I mean, that Dykes doesn't play now.
No.
That big Darty Sinclair's it or something like that.
When is the next together? Says Kane. Topsy T says 3 points against QPR. Darren Robinson goes 2-0 to the lads. SJ is going for a 1-1 draw. It's still not a disaster though, even a point. But what is it you say? Average 2 points?
2 points a game and you get promoted. And we're on 2.37 at the moment.
Pretty decent, that mind. Mackem Muller says Burnley couldn't score against them and they had about 80% possession. He says
15 shots at goal and all.
Bloody hell. 4-0 to us, he says. The Packer Andrew says, do you think our manager will rejiggle things, our squad? Do you think he'll shuffle things a bit against QPR? Same team. We don't know whether Patterson's going to be back.
There's no midweek game, is there, this week, so that everybody will be refreshed. I think same team, unless Patto's back.
Any news on Isador? Because didn't he have a bit of a limp coming off?
Yeah, I think he's all right. He shouldn't have been dancing about at the end if he was injured.
Aye, that's what they said, wasn't it? John Nesbitt says the cream always comes to the top, so I think we'll win 3-1. It's great, all this confidence, isn't it? I mean, it's just...
You should be, Stuart, shouldn't you?
Well, of course it should be. Of course it is. This could be our first blank, says Tony.
I want me place to be confident and all, so why shouldn't the fans?
Do you know, it makes us laugh. I was talking to Gary Bennett on Sunday. Sorry, on the Saturday after the Oxford game. Yeah. It's hard to get Gary excited, isn't it? When he's when you're talking to him on the phone chat and stuff.
Right.
He's a character, Gary. Like.
Right.
He shows his emotions when he scores, like, but I think he likes to sit in the fence a lot. I don't think Gary likes to sort of go into it too much. The fact like we're going to win the league and this and that and the other. If you do say that to Gary, he puts you back a peg or two.
It's good. Good crack, Ben.
Aye, they go well together. Him and Barnsley, like, didn't they?
Oh, aye, definitely.
He does, aye. So yeah, Tony says this could be our first blank. Who knows? Who knows indeed. It is a 3 o'clock kickoff.
We've scored in every game this season, haven't we?
Hey?
We've scored in every game this season.
That's mental, that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's like I said. At some point in this season, we have to admit and think, no, we are going to be serious. Do you know? No, this could be our year because, you know, Ken Walton says, "Good night, lads. Great show as always." Jacob, are you doing much tonight?
Nah, probably just chilling.
You just chilling?
Yeah.
Robert's first goal on Saturday. Yeah, I'm mad. Roberts, he hasn't scored this season, has he?
Yes, one.
Did he?
One penalty at Plymouth.
Correct.
Yeah.
Paul McVeigh, hello mate. He says, "Do you think Marco Gabbiadini is negative?" That's to you, Davey. Paul McVeigh says, "Do you think Marco Gabbiadini is negative?"
To me, he is, but he just tries to wind us up. I try to wind him up and all. He's still one of the best centre forwards we've ever had.
Oh, tree trunk legs.
Aye, tremendous.
Do you think he was at his prime when he was at Sunderland?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt.
Class, wasn't it?
Aye.
Anyway,
great times.
I'm going to say good night to everybody in the chat. Davey, is it dog walking that time tonight for you?
Dog walking time and then Big Brother.
Big Brother, it's absolutely chucking it down up here right now. So I don't know what it's like. I don't know what it's like where you are.
I've never looked out yet.
So John Nesbitt says good night, guys. Brilliant as always. Thanks a lot. Jacob, cheers for popping on, fella.
No problem.
See you later.
Anytime.
See you later, Davey.
See you
Take
later,
care.
boys.
See you
Great
later.
time.
Thank you. Ta-ra.
Bye.
That's it from the Mackem Cabbie. Thanks very much for tuning in. Love yous all, and we'll catch you later. Toodaloo.